Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, BB here, and I'm back with another episode of Hangin Loose, and I'm here with an amazing lady, Franziska Iseli. Welcome. This young lady has done some amazing things. She's migrated over from Switzerland back about 12 years ago, and our paths crossed back in 2008 down in Melbourne, and since then she's gone on to do some amazing things. She's an entrepreneur, a global speaker. It's got an amazing marketing training company called Basic Bananas. Also Ocean Lover Global, which is all about helping the environment, doing some cool stuff.
Ocean Lovers. And
she's here today, and I'm here with her on the Hangin Loose show. Franziska, welcome.
Super sick to have you here. Yeah, no, thanks for having me. It's so great to be here. And as you mentioned, we've met so many years ago, and I think since then we've both had so many amazing adventures and journeys, and it's great to catch up and have it, I guess, recorded.
Absolutely sensational, and I'm really appreciative for you being here. And I met Franziska a long time ago. We met back in 2008, and last year when after I sold Engage Technology Group and I wasn't quite sure on what to do next, I met up with Franziska and an amazing team, and they really provided some direction around branding and marketing and where to go next. And I think, even though I've been in business for a long time, it's always good to get some outside independent advice as well. So we reached out and we hung out.
We had a really intense strategy session with BB, it's great to work with such genius minds that are just, okay, go. It's like, yeah, this is exactly our vibe here.
It was awesome. And so I just want to ask some questions, a little bit about marketing, a little bit about travel and adventure, a little bit about what businesses you got going on, more about like the entrepreneurial mindset, and hear more from you, Franziska. So, question, like a little bit about marketing. How did Basic Bananas come about? Like, what do you do? Who do you help? What's your, I know there's a lot of influence around adventure and inspiration. So maybe talk a little bit about that for our viewers.
Of course. Yeah. So Basic Bananas is the company that is sort of my first company. It's almost 10 years old now. And it was born, ever since there have been a few other companies that we can maybe talk about later, but it was really born out of seeing a little bit of a gap in the market. And what happened is a little bit of a personal story, is that I was working in advertising at the time and working with bigger corporates, helping them with their marketing strategy in an advertising agency. And it was great. I love strategy, I love ideas and creativity. And then 10 years ago, my dad suddenly passed away. He had a heart attack, and it was just very quick, and he was still very young, 58, and it was one of these moments really in my life where I thought, what if I was to die right now? Would I be happy with everything that I'm doing? And I wouldn't have been, because I felt like I have more to give. And that's when we started Basic Bananas. So this is one of our things here, creations, our laws. These are some of our laws here. And so we started Basic Bananas together with Christo, and what we found is that a lot of small businesses don't have the money to work with big agencies, and they also don't really know a lot about marketing and how to get customers and what strategies to use. And so we started Basic Bananas really in order to educate small business owners, in order to show them how to better market. And it's been an amazing journey. We're now in Australia, in I think 7 cities in Australia. We run these marketing programs in New Zealand, in Canada, in 4 cities, and also just launched now in the US, which I think is going to be a very exciting market, slightly different and just huge.
It's amazing, and in such a 10 years in business, I look at that as a kind of a short period of time, right?
Well, nowadays it's like, because I reckon things accelerate so quickly.
Correct.
Yeah.
But what you've been able to do, especially in terms of your culture and your own brand, and then also empower and help other brands, what's like sort of one secret that you reckon that you could pass on to, inspire someone out there who might have a small business or a smaller sized company? Like one thing if they really focus on, what would be the one thing that?
Yeah, and you mentioned, it's a really good question. You did mention, the team, and because there is this quote that you probably know. It might be a Chinese proverb, but it says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Have you heard about that?
Yes.
And that's definitely one of my visions, is in order to do everything that we're doing here with Basic Bananas, but also with Ocean Lovers and the branding agency, I could never do this on my own, because I also, same as you, we'll talk about it, but I love adventures, I love surfing, I do work hard, but I also do a lot of other things when I don't work. And so one of my key sort of lessons is to don't do this alone. So whether you collaborate with someone or you build a team, but in order to have such an amazing team, you have to have an amazing vision. You have to have something that people, a mission or a vision that people really want to be behind, and then invest into the team, because with these guys, you've met them all, they're ninjas. And
Absolutely.
we only attracted them because we look after them. We invest. We really believe in what we're doing, and we invest in the culture. We do a lot of team things together.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So making sure also, because that's another one, you know, that I think we should share, because you're like that too. Being in business can be hard, and it's a lot of work. You've been there.
100%.
And it can be crazy how much comes at you every day, and you have to solve a lot of challenges. And so I think it's really important to not just only have a business, but also have a really full life. And you do that too now, where you make sure you have hobbies, like for example like surfing, or you take time off. I think it's really important to take those times
Absolutely.
to recharge the battery, because it's crazy otherwise.
It is crazy. So there's a few things there. I think is having a really strong vision, and coming from a place where you're not like everybody else. And with Basic Bananas is like very, very different and authentic and genuine. Working super hard. But that vision, I think, has to really come out, and then it's like you've got a family of people and around you who can actually help you execute on what that vision, and they believe in it as well, and then empower them and give them all the tools to do the same thing, right?
And sometimes you can have a vision so big. So for us, it really did come out of us, but also the team. For us, the vision is all about creating ripple effects, and that vision applies to every business that we build. It's just, how do we create ripple effects with ocean lovers? It's through ocean surf suits that are made from plastic bottles. It's through awareness. At Basic Bananas, how do we create ripple effects? By teaching people how to do marketing. At the business with, how do we create ripple effects? By giving intelligent design. So it's like such a big vision that even every team member can think, okay, how can I create ripple effects today? You know, maybe I make a coffee for someone who is really busy, or maybe I ask someone if they need help with something. So it's that type of vision that can be ingrained in every person, and I think that's the type of vision that is really strong. It's not just a business vision; it's something that can be lived out.
Yeah. No, that's it, isn't it? And so much about giving and contribution too.
Yeah, you're huge in that.
I love it.
You're always looking for something to contribute, which is amazing.
And I think that's a really important thing in any business, and I think a lot of people probably don't leverage that enough.
Yeah, it has to come from. It is important, and I think we all have the capacity to do something, but it has to come from the heart.
It has to be.
But not so. I don't think every person wants. I've met many business owners where I speak about this, and I'm like, hey, why don't you look at how else you can make an impact with your business? And they go, I don't want to. Like, I'm purely in this business to make money, nothing else. I don't care. I don't care about the environment. I don't care about people really, and that's their thing. Like that's a different approach. And I think it's also an approach. It's just different.
It's different, and I kind of live partly like that with the technology business. It's all about business and results and financial outcomes, and what happens to me is I end up being lost because it was only that.
Because your heart is different.
And my heart was different, and it was like a massive conflict in terms of my values inside. It was no wonder I was.
I felt like that in advertising actually. When I was in advertising, for the first time in my life, I wasn't completely 100% stoked. I'm a very stoked person. But for the first time, I'm like, I'm not so stoked, and I didn't know why. I thought maybe I'm having a little crisis, or I wasn't sure. This is exactly why, because my heart wasn't fulfilled by just only focusing on the numbers and money and making more money.
Yeah. So you've been building up your business, you've been surfing here at North Narrabeen, you've been travelling all over the world, and then I saw, I don't know how long ago, Ocean Lovers Global came out. Like, how long ago was that?
2 years. And you know what's the funny thing? I know it feels like yesterday, but the funny thing about Ocean Lovers is, so this is the brand Ocean Lovers. The funny thing about this is that it wasn't even going to be a business. Basically, here at Basic Bananas we teach marketing, and one of the modules that we teach is social media. And so when we teach this session, people always go, yeah, but you guys, you've been in business for so long, of course this is easy. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna create a fictional company, and I'm going to build a social media following using our strategies, just for a company that has nothing. We
Just
have no
because-
products. Just because I want to prove the point.
Exactly.
So it was Christmas 2 years ago. I was sitting in the ocean and I suddenly had this name, Ocean Lovers, and I thought this is a great name. I bought the URL. I had to hustle to buy it for.
Did someone else have it?
.com.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I had oceanlovers.global.
Yeah.
But I wanted .com because this has a lot of potential. So I bought it.
Yeah.
It took me 10 months to hustle with someone in the US to actually buy it. So,
Really?
yeah, he wanted 21 grand and then I bought it for 6. It's
That's
good. It's
good.
not too bad.
Yeah,
It's right for
yeah.
oceanlovers.com. Anyway, so the negotiation. But so we started just building a social media following really quickly, and then I realized, wait a second, this is actually a brand people want, because we had logo, we had vision, we had values, we just had no product. It was just fictional. So I thought, well, actually, we might as well build a proper company out of this. And so we just found some fabrics to make surf suits from recyclable fabrics. And that's our first product, but it won't be our last product. We'll make other things.
That's awesome.
But how we choose a product is just find it. Everything we do at Ocean Lovers, this is part of our vision, has to be inspired by the ocean and has to be good for the environment. So whatever we do, it has to fit into these two sort of values.
Amazing. Have you heard of 1% for the planet?
Yes, you can set it up in your business to always donate 1%.
100%, yeah, you contribute 1% of all
Of the
gross
profit,
revenue.
must be of the profit.
No, gross revenues.
Of the revenue.
Yeah, 1%. And I think it was co-founded by the CEO of Patagonia.
Oh, right, yeah, I have heard about it.
Yeah, and that fits really nice with your branding, your thinking
Yeah.
and the branding as well,
Yeah.
so something to look into.
Yeah, totally.
So you've been travelling around, like I said, Basic Bananas, you've been speaking all over the world,
So
right?
much, yeah.
Do you love it?
I love it. I just told Phoebe before, I said, someone just booked me for this speaking gig in Indianapolis in America. And when they inquired, I looked it up, I'm like, okay, this is in the middle of somewhere that I've never been, but I'd love to go. And so I thought, okay, to get me there, because I'm so busy, to get me there, I have to pay good money. So I just sort of, gave them an offer that I thought they might not take, and they're like, yeah, we want her, we take it. I'm like, okay.
Classic.
I guess that's what I'm doing.
That's like busy tradies, I'm friends, for some reason, I went down this tech path, and then all my friends around me, all like tradies, like builders, carpenters, electricians, and they talk about when they get so busy, they go and then just overquote, and then if they win it, they're like, oh, I can't believe I won it. And
I don't really want to overquote, but it had to make sense for me to travel all this way.
Well,
it's like 24 hours from Sydney, but I do travel a lot. And so I did speaking in Thailand and a lot around Australia, in the US, because I am more in the US now, so it makes more sense to. And Costa Rica, in Fiji, I love it. I do love it because even though my schedule is already busy, you can always tag a little bit of an adventure onto it. So
Absolutely.
in Indianapolis, I'm gonna hire a motorbike and just cruise around or something, because there's gonna be something in cruise through the farms on a motorbike or something.
so sick.
It'll be
I saw you and Christo, you went on a trip.
Nepal?
Yeah, Nepal.
Yeah.
Most people go to Nepal and go hike to base camp, right? And they climb everything to a
We
motorbike.
took a motorbike, yeah, we ran around Nepal on a motorbike. I want to do the Silk Road.
Yeah,
So the Silk Road
totally.
is on a motorbike. I think it's going to be pretty amazing. I'll start in Switzerland, where I'm from, and then go to Italy, take a ferry to Turkey, and then you go through all these countries like Armenia, Georgia, Azerbaijan. I think you can't cross at the moment between Armenia and Azerbaijan because they have some struggles. But then you do all these countries like Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan. It's crazy. Kazakhstan isn't that where the dude comes from? Borat
does come from Kazakhstan. Borat. Classic. He does. Kazakhstan. Yeah.
At least his character.
Yeah.
So that's an adventure I'm definitely looking into right now.
Unreal.
Yeah.
And then what is it about adventure that I know how it lights me up? What is it for you? What does it give you?
Two things. I think freedom. Freedom is my number one value. Freedom is my thing. If I don't feel free, I can't thrive, I think. So freedom is number one, and adventure gives me freedom.
Yeah.
And the way that I adventure, I think it gives me a little bit of, definitely variety, but definitely it's unpredictable. I like a little bit unpredictability, and this is how I usually adventure. So this trip that I will do, the Silk Road, I won't plan very much. I'll probably just know sort of roughly where I'm going, but I won't have any hotels. I won't have exactly the route. And the reason why is because I do believe in just going with the flow and then just letting things happen, because the universe always has your back, you know.
Always.
The universe throws things at you and you're like, oh, thank you. So there will, you know, I might be in Turkey and I might want to go to, I don't know, Armenia, Georgia, but there might be something else. Someone might say, hey, go to this place that I didn't have on my plan.
Yeah.
And then you do that and you're like, this is why I was meant to come here.
100%.
Because of, you know. So I love the freedom, number one, and number two is the unpredictability, which is also why I think you and I like to be in business, because business is so unpredictable.
It is, and look, we look forward a lot as we're visionaries in terms of business and bringing new things, new products to the market. And I know for me, I'm the same when I travel, and what it does for me, it brings me back into the now a lot. Like so, in those situations where I don't know what's going to happen next, that's when I come right back into the now, and I feel like fully lit up.
Yeah.
Where in business there is unpredictability, but we know where we're always going, and sometimes it's kind of cool to not know where you're going.
Know where you're going.
Because we always like goal-driven, vision, and then to have those moments where you're thrown into an environment you're not familiar with, and then all of a sudden it seems to come back within.
It's true.
And you're in that moment, it's in the now, and you've got to respond.
It brings you closer to you. And especially adventures, I think that you and I are interested in, the ones that push you a little bit.
Yeah.
They definitely, they evolve you. They make you grow, you know. I do like putting myself into situations where I feel a bit uncomfortable. So doing something that, like when I was in Croatia for a wedding a few months ago, there's this huge cliff jump, it was 16 meters. And I've never jumped off a 16-meter cliff. I jumped, but not, it's pretty high. So 2 guys go up out of there's like 20 of us, and then 2 guys, the crazy ones, they go up there, and then I look at them, I'm like, should I come? They're like, I don't know, it's pretty high. I'm like, maybe, I think I can do it. And they're like, you can definitely do it, it's pretty high. So I go up with them and I'm standing on top, I'm like, this is a good moment because I'm super, like right now I'm not feeling good. Like I'm feeling, I hardly look down. And these are the moments where, and I did jump obviously, my bum was sore for like a whole week.
Because the jump,
yeah, because I jumped straight, but I think I was landing a little bit on my bum.
Yeah.
I could hardly sit for like a week. It was
really?
Yeah, it was really
just the impact, right? Yeah.
it was good. But this is what adventure does too. I think if you do something that pushes you a little bit and pushes your limits, you grow and you learn so much about yourself and how you react in these situations that you also get in business situations where you're like, okay, what am I going to do here? And you become a problem solver, I think.
100%. I remember when I was over in the backcountry of Canada last year now, and I was standing up at the top of this mountain, I climbed for about an hour and a half, and I looked down at this line and I was like, holy shit, like that's the steepest thing I've ever seen.
And powder, like just...
And like, it was kind of like full powder, and I was like looking down, I was super scared. I was like, oh my God, I've come all the way, halfway across the world for this moment, and like, I want it, but I was so scared. And then it was at that moment I stopped and I looked up and around, and I could smell it and I could hear the wind going past, and looked up at blue sky, and I just had an amazing sense of gratitude at that moment.
Yeah.
And I felt relaxed and I felt calm, and I was able to breathe, and then I looked back down at the line and I was ready, and it was in that moment.
And it's trust, you probably just dropped into your own trust, right?
Correct, and then dropped into that line, and like it was the line of my life so far, and then I was just fully frothing out at the bottom. I was so stoked, and I think the parallel between that moment and business too, where sometimes we all have fear, right? And business might be going after a new client, or it might be a new speaking gig, or whatever it might be, a new product, and it's the parallels and being grateful for those moments. And I don't know, there's parallels all the time with adventure.
So much, I think so much. There's a lot of
parallels.
And definitely a lot of trust.
Trust,
sometimes needed, like self-trust, and I think that's the basis of a lot of amazing things that you can create, is to have this trust in yourself, to be able to do things like that and to push yourself.
You've been amazing. You've been awesome. I'll call you the Swiss Miss. And I'm going to, I don't think your hometown, right? But I'm going to a place called Hangin.
Hangin, but it's not far from my,
Right,
I grew up in the Emmental, which is sort of outside of Bern.
Okay.
Hangin is amazing, I've been there many times.
Right, sensational. So before we wrap up, there's 2 things we need to do. One, I need a tip around Switzerland, like what's something you pass on to me, and then we're going to do the shaka, the Hangin Loose you.
Oh, you didn't teach me the shaka thing.
You don't know shaka, like the Hangin Loose? So you
go like this, you
do that last.
Okay.
But what's a tip for Switzerland?
Switzerland.
Other than not die doing all the crazy shit.
Yeah, don't die. Switzerland is just amazing. you'll love it, especially when so Switzerland has obviously the cities like Bern and Zurich where people are quite progressive, but then as soon as you break out, so this is because your friend lives there, so he will take you. As soon as you go to the hinterland, a little bit in the mountains where you will be, people are so quirky, and I think the most amazing experiences you will have, just go along with the quirk and let the Swiss dudes that have never left the country maybe show you things. You know, I was there the other day with some Aussies, and I was in Wengen actually, and I went to this restaurant, and this quirky Swiss guy, super Swiss, probably had never left Wengen, had this machine. It's like a schnupf machine. You know this schnupf that you can, it's like a schnupf, like tobacco schnupf.
Right, no.
Have you ever seen it?
No, I haven't.
In the mountains you will see it. So it's legal. It's like schnupf, it's like tobacco, you sniff it.
Yeah.
And it gives you a little bit of a buzz. It's like, I think it's just tobacco. And so normally you just sniff it like this, and a lot of people do it. It's like instead of smoking cigarettes, I think. And then this guy had this machine, and I was looking, like, I've never seen this, but you just go along. You just go along, and he basically did this, and then the schnupf went into your nose. And this stuff happens all the time. This quirky stuff in Switzerland, even though it's progressive and it's, you know, a lot of inventions come out of it. It's so quirky.
Awesome.
It's so quirky. And then go to every bakery that you can find, because the bread and the pastries are insane.
Really?
Yeah.
Unreal. So I'm going to go schnupf, and I'm going to eat lots of bread and pastries. And cheese.
Yeah.
And have an amazing time, and super quirky.
Yeah.
You've been awesome. Thanks so much for your time.
You're
Really
so
appreciate
welcome.
it. Amazing entrepreneur, global speaker, adventurer. Awesome. Now we've got to finish off one thing with shaka.
Okay.
It's a Hangin Loose show, right?
Yeah, I'm not really that you know, I serve, but I'm not really in the scene, you know, I'm too nerdy for this.
It's funny, like I kind of did it to take the piss, right? It wasn't like I want this show to be this. There's so much, I see so much stuff, you know, on social media, and everyone's trying to be something, and they're trying to be experts in this, and this was my way of going, you know what, you don't have to be like that.
No, and you totally aren't, because I asked BB like 15 or so minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, I said, hey, what are we doing here? What are we doing? He's like, we just talk, you know, and it's so real. It's like, I have no idea.
We just make it up. Seriously, that's what it's all about.
But that's why it's so real. Okay, shut up.
Ready? So stare down the barrel.
Yeah. This one there?
This one, yeah, this one.
Okay, got it.
There.
Yeah, got
ready?
it. Yes.
You. You've been awesome. Thanks so much. You're a superstar. Thanks for joining us. And that's another episode of Hangin' Loose. You.